Kelsey. It's good to see you again. I want to present the financial plan to you today and talk about two key issues, funding of your son's education and your retirement goals. So firstly, my understanding is that LC plans on funding the son's education with her investment portfolio and a CD that holds about $22,000. And the plan is that the sons will attend college for 5 years when they turn age 18, and tuition will be about $25,000 a year. So given these assumptions, you need about $220,000 today to fund that, which you do have in your investment in CD. So how do you invest that? The 5 and 10 year treasury bonds, I feel like that's a good idea. They're safe investments, and since these expenses are just right around the corner, at least for Jerry Jr. in the next 2 years, you don't want to take a lot of risk with them. I would also suggest not renewing the CD at 4%. Treasury bonds for 3 months are at 4% as well, and CDs can be very restrictive as far as when you can access the money without having penalties in the form of lost interest and maybe even lost principal. Treasuries are still safe. They're highly liquid. They are still subject to interest rate risk, so if interest rates rise, the potential is that you could have to sell the bond for less than its face value. On the other hand, if interest rates drop, then you might sell the bond for more than its face value. Treasuries are also not subject to state income tax, which a CD would be subject to. But I do suggest holding these investments in a 529 plan to capture even more of a tax advantage. A 529 plan will allow the investment to grow tax deferred, and then if the funds are used for qualified education expenses, they will not be taxed at that time either. Additionally, if one of the sons decides he wants to take a different path in life and college is not the plan, then you can roll that over to a plan for Kelsey and not lose that tax benefit. So that is another advantage. Secondly, I'd like to discuss your retirement plan. You both plan on retiring when Elsie reaches age 65 and want to have about 80% of your pre-retirement income available. In recent years, you haven't really been funding your retirement accounts, but you do have some savings. So I took into consideration both your tax-favored accounts, such as what you do have in your 401k and profit-sharing plans, as well as your non-tax-favored investments. And given that information, if we use an annuity approach where all the funds would be used by the end of 30 years, which is your planned retirement period, you need about $2.9 million in the next 15 years when you plan on retiring. Using the capital preservation model, where you would actually preserve, the capital piece of your retirement and not spend it down completely, you need about $3.1 million. That's translating into about $132,000 a year under the annuity approach to put aside, or about $137,000 under the capital preservation model. So those are big numbers. So I think what needs to take place is, to begin aggressively saving for your retirement. First by funding your 401k and individual retirement accounts as much as possible. Some other suggestions would be decreasing some of your expenses. As we discussed before, there's quite a bit of discretionary spending that could be cut out of your budget. You could consider perhaps selling some of your assets, such as the boat or the jewelry or the furs, that may help make these retirement contributions. And additionally, maybe extending the time that you're working, or perhaps working part-time, or perhaps one spouse retiring at 65 and the other working for a little longer. You could also scale back your expectations of the amount of income you have in retirement. from 80 to perhaps 70%. So there are a lot of possibilities. But my first suggestion would to begin saving as much as possible in your retirement accounts in a tax-deferred way, and then we should meet back to see how it's going. It can be a difficult transition at first to change your lifestyle and so forth, but eventually it can pay off. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.